to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Secretary, have roll, please.
Chairman John Eric Hoover.
Here.
Vice Chairwoman Caroline Gonzalez. Here. Secretary Kim LeCarey. Here. Member Andrew Butterfield is absent, but Sal LeCarey is here in his place. Member Laura Knoll.
Here.
Thank you. Okay. We have no minutes. Comments from the general public. Next speak. Name and address for the record.
Troy Peterson, 8114 Leo Kidd Avenue, Port Richey, Florida. Just a couple of things. I've been watching the events committee and all the other committees, and I just felt it's time for me to start serving more in the city, since our church is in the city, and I believe we can be an asset, and we're already working together with the 5 events that we do with Somebody Cares. A couple of questions that I wrote down from the last meeting. One of the things I know Danny talked about is we do free hot dogs, free popcorn, that type of stuff, when we do the Christmas event. And but we don't want to step on anybody's toes. We don't want to take away from the vendors. So how would you like us to handle that? Because we can just not do food that day if you want us to.
Yeah, I don't. If you got vendors that signed up.
Yes, I do have vendors that signed up. I have 5 vendors, so I'll tell you. I have it for. I believe I have everyone for Saturday. Friday. Maybe missing one. So I have a person that sells lemonade, a person that sells kettle corn, popcorn, pork rinds. They may do Italian ice snow cones. They may not. We have another company that does rice pudding desserts of different flavors. And then we have someone that sells wings, fries, smoked sausage, and cheeseburgers. And then I have the Kona Ice, who does all the shaved ice with the 40 flavors, as well as hot chocolate and limited soda. I did have the gentleman from the Hot Dog Inquirer.
Easy Dogs, I think.
Yes, he can do Saturday, but he can do. He can't do Friday, but he can do Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday is what he's talking about.
Yes.
For his.
Yeah, Saturday, and Billy's a friend of mine, so
So the
wouldn't want to step on his toes.
the popcorn that we have is kettle corn, and it's in bags. So your event is from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so if it's just regular popcorn, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You guys planning on doing hot dogs and hamburgers?
We normally do. In fact, Billy said he had 40 hot dogs for me. So if you're watching, thank you, Billy.
Okay, if that's his.
Well, maybe since he's donating the hot dogs. If he knows that's what's going on or whatever, maybe during your event he can do the hot dogs or something.
I can definitely give him a call on that for sure, especially for Saturday.
Yeah. Obviously, if we've got food vendors there, we don't want to take away from their ability. But obviously, if he's doing the donating anyway, then maybe it's a.
That's the whole thing. We're just not wanting to get in
Right.
away from the vendors, because that part isn't. Vendors are important when doing outreach like this. And then also, if I could, who would be the point of contact, or whose number other than the mayor? Unless I communicate with you, but
I think Caroline is kind of doing all the scheduling stuff.
okay.
I can do that, yes.
And I'll just get that from you after. Okay. And then also, I was talking with the mayor. We do have a large circus tent. It's 40 by 60. It's old. Pastor Lord traveled around the U.S. with it. We've had it set up here several times. We've had it set up on 19, doing outreach. But we'd be more than willing to set it up and have a team to set it up and oversee it and make sure the ropes are tight. And, the gate would be closed right at once it, the park closes at night. So,
Once we shut the event down, it's closed up.
yeah, I mean, we could set it up, a day ahead of time or whenever you guys wanted us to, and then we could tear it down, the following Monday or Tuesday, whatever worked for you guys. I could put a team together and save you guys some money, save the city some money.
Yeah, so we actually, on the first time in committee business, is talking about the approval of tent. So when we get to that portion, we'll talk about that at that point.
Okay, and then if the city possibly, whether it be on the flyer or promoting the Christmas tree decorating or tree decoration, so our event, we're looking where we would be doing the music. I mean, just correct me if I'm missing anything on this, because we're going to do whatever you guys want us to do. But like from 11 to noon, that's the time where, in years past, the kids decorate the tree. We share the story of St. Nick. The police department and fire department have been a part of that, decorating the tree. Afterwards, we brought the tree here, and I think was set up outside here. I don't know if we put that on the flyer or what that looks like, but just having city involvement with the kids decorating the tree.
So all we'll be doing for that Saturday is having a vendor market there with vendors and some food stuff, right?
Okay.
So I don't see where there's any. I mean, you guys do your normal thing in the pavilion. The only thing we would maybe have like Christmas music playing in the background, but we could basically shut that off. You take over from 11 to 1, I think it is.
Yeah.
And then after that, we turn ours back on. So my thought was you do your program like you would. It's just while you're doing your stuff there, the vendors are there and people can be meandering through there, looking at what they have for sale, buying food or whatever, or have the kids over where you guys are at.
Right. Okay. So I guess what I'm looking at is having the city more involved, even though I understand now this is our event, we've got the approval for it and it's under the banner of Somebody Cares, but looking for more city involvement with the fire department already being there, the police department being there, giving away the toys then at noon that comes from, the fire department, Tom Senior.
Yeah. Well, they're always involved in that anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't see anything changing.
Okay.
I mean, everything would be the same as. I mean, your event would be the exact same event it's always been with the city involvement the way it's always been. The only difference is we would have additional vendors set up with their goods that they're selling and food vendors. Right. Everything else same. So
that's all great. I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
I'm also, as you can tell, I'm excited to all work together. And then Tom Senior usually is at the Santa Claus outfit on, and then he hands out the toys to the kids.
You guys have already coordinated with those guys for your event. I mean, they're planning on doing that.
Yes. The only other question I had from, I believe, Pastor Jerry was, are we looking for gifts from just the fire department like we normally do? Last year with the police department, I mean, what a blessing. We had like 48 pallets of toys from Walmart on 54. This year, I understand it's a little different. We're not sure what toys we're going to get from the police department. But are we looking for just the toys from the fire department or possibly vendors as well?
It'd be whatever you guys have done in the past with the fire department. We haven't been involved in any of that coordination at all.
Okay. So my question was maybe we can encourage vendors to collect toys. and bring them out and be a part of it.
Well, we had talked about doing a toy drive for that at one point, but I don't we really other than mention it. That's all.
Yeah, I don't think we were doing it this year. I think it was maybe something in the future or something because we
Yeah.
didn't have time to do that
Okay.
just for this one.
Okay.
No, I don't think we're prepared for that.
No.
And it wasn't on the fly or anything to tell people to bring a toy to get in or anything like that. So
Right. Okay.
something we work on for the next one for sure.
Yeah, it was just an idea for community involvement. Just an idea I had to get the community
Mhm.
more involved. That's all I have. Other than I'd be honored if you guys wanted me on this committee. I'd be able to help. Some exciting news. I've just been elected director for Turning Point USA Faith, Pasco.
Mhm.
So I do have experience with, larger events and stuff like that. I mean, we do the 5 smaller events here, but I think I could really help you guys out kind of, planning events and stuff like that if you guys would have me on your committee.
Yeah, like I said, I plan on taking it up on Wednesday. Is there any objections to that committee? Do you guys recommend? Okay, so we'll recommend that on Wednesday and get you on committee if the rest of council agrees. And then our next meeting would be the 18th.
Yes, I think we have to
Yes.
discuss that though.
Yes.
We've already set them.
Right.
But there's 2 of us that are not going to be able
Oh,
to be
okay,
here.
we'll
Yeah,
come
so,
back
yeah.
to that. So
All right.
anyway, we'll let you know on Wednesday how that goes and what the next meeting will be.
Yep. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, committee.
And if you want to stick around, like I said, we're going to cover that about the tent and stuff here now. So, okay, that's all the public I have. So I'm going to bring it back to committee members. I'll start with Member Knoll. You have anything?
No, I don't.
Member LaCarey?
I don't have anything. Thank you.
Vice Chair Gonzalez?
I do not. Oh no, I do. I want to make just an announcement. We're having the Veterans Day Appreciation Breakfast tomorrow from 8:30 to 10:30
At the
a.m.
firehouse?
in the firehouse. Yes,
It starts at 8:30.
8:30. Yes.
Anything else?
Nope. Coffee and donuts.
I don't have anything as well. So moving right into committee business. First up, item number 1, Holidays event, December 5th through 7th, 2025. Approval of tent, outdoor theater, and porta potties. So in your packet, you'll see that there is a couple quotes. The first one being on page 5, which is a coastal rental center, and this is for the tent, 30 by 60 tent, and then 48 chairs. The theater setup, sound. I did not see any tables in this quote, unless I was missing them. Yeah, I don't see them in there. It wasn't in a separate quote either. So, but anyway, this quote is all that totaled to $2,075.50.
There's chairs.
Yeah, there's chairs, no tables. But anyway, seeing that $2,000 or whatever, obviously, Pastor Troy has volunteered to use his tent, and actually a little bit bigger. It's 40 foot by 60 foot, and I believe he has around 48 chairs as well that he could use for that. Sal, do you think there's any issue if we were to borrow that? I guess from a liability perspective,
there's a liability perspective. They'd have to pull a permit to have it erected at the park and inspected, especially just to make sure that it's built correctly and set up right. Besides that, I don't see anything else.
I mean, if there's a path to do that, I would love to save that money to do something else with it besides.
Yeah, we'd have, it would just be pretty much if they were going to set up the tent for their event. You know what I'm saying? It was just they would have to just.
And they would be leaving it for the.
Let the building department know and just have it set up and just leave it set up for the weekend, and then just and just do that. But on that, it just. I think it's just as long as we have it inspected and signed off by the BO building official, we should be fine.
Is it?
I don't see any issues. why we can't, because it's a temporary tent.
Yeah.
And it's just going to come down after the fact.
Is it? You said it was older. Is it dry? I mean, is it?
Yeah, it's a good tent. We have all the fire tag and everything.
I need you to come to Mike. Unfortunately, sorry.
I'm sorry, yeah. And so when we set it up, even when we set it up over here on Leo Kid, the fire department come out and they check that we got the fire extinguishers on the pole and the fire stamp, the fire tag. We have all that information with the tent.
To do the same exact thing. Exactly wherever they set it up or anywhere else, and the parameters that they follow, they would just have to follow the same parameters at the park.
To get the fee waived for them.
Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah. What is the fee for the tent?
I don't know offhand. I'd have to find out.
Yeah. Is there any objections to waiving the fee for that if we use their tent? Okay. Okay, good. So I would say we leverage that if everybody's in agreement. That'd save alone $1,200 some dollars.
Yeah, it's $12.45 for the tent.
Just 10 alone, yeah. And then like I said, the chairs were 120. Look like he's got those. And we could. It's right around the corner. I guess they're all stored over at Light of the World.
Yes, sir.
So I mean, we can even help move those over if need be.
Do we have tables?
He has tables as well.
Okay.
So he can outfit the
That's
tent
perfect.
for us.
Thank you.
Is that a liability for city staff to be moving that stuff?
Don't know. That's a good question, actually.
Well, once again, if they set it up on their end, and like I said, we'll waive fees and everything like that. That's fine, but I don't want to. I don't want to intermix staff with private property, so
Okay.
to speak. You know what I'm saying? It's their property.
That makes sense. Is that okay?
Yeah, we'll handle setting everything up and bringing everything there.
Appreciate you guys volunteering that, but it's again from liability
If they
perspective.
don't have tables, I mean, like I said, we have tables. I mean, I could have our staff bring our tables, but you know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
just didn't want staff.
Do we have enough tables that we can do that? Is it
I don't think
just to
we have.
minimize what they would have to?
We probably got maybe like half a dozen tables, like 6 tables. I don't think we have that many.
Would we rent before 8?
Huh?
Eight or 10?
Would we rent
Yeah,
before for
we
the
did,
centennial?
like 8,
I think it said 8.
I think it was 8-footers total.
And we've got 6 8-footers, you think?
No, we got like
Oh, there's 6.
mostly of them are 6-foot tables, and I have a couple of 8-foot tables. So, how many tables do you have?
Well, I'm not sure, to be honest with you. We have tables that we have in our fellowship hall. We usually don't bring them outside. We probably got maybe 6 outside tables that we bring out, to the park when we do events. So we pull our tables together and we'll have more than enough tables.
Yeah, so if we could
sounds
they set up their tables, and then if we need to bring more,
Bring some
we can bring.
extras. Okay.
Yeah.
Work that out. That sounds good.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay. So that takes care of that. Thank you.
Troy, I would just, if we're going to go forward with that, for your event, I would let the building department know everything that we spoke about, and that you'll be setting up the tent at the park. I guess we want it set up before Friday, right? Friday during the day,
Well, so
or
we would probably want to set up Friday night for sure. Whether we set it up before a certain time on Friday, I think that's probably part of this discussion here because I think we need to talk about, do we keep the event there Friday or bring the Friday event here? So if the Friday event's here, then they could set it up Friday night because obviously there would be vendors coming in on Saturday, and you guys would want it up and out of the way before your event on Saturday. So I would say tentatively plan on setting it up Friday night before the park closes.
Okay, so,
which is pretty much going to be Friday afternoon. Like that, it gets dark.
yeah.
6 o'clock anyhow.
And it's a 4-hour, it's a tough job.
Yeah.
Yes, and we don't like to rush it. It's got to be done right. And so you guys aren't doing anything on Friday night for this event?
We are, and the original intent was to have the lighting and stuff at the park on Friday.
Okay.
However, we're going to discuss on possibly moving that here and saving money on the outdoor screen and all that, and actually show the film inside council chambers and kind of have the lighting here. We've got that big tree
Sure.
out here on the side, and we're going to talk about that now. And
Oh, okay. So if we were to do it like Friday during the day, so that we can be done by dark and come
Yeah,
watch the movie if we
I
want.
need a little more time past dark setting it up. I mean, if you had lights or whatever.
Yeah, it's a big job. If we could have a day to do it,
Yeah.
that'd be
No, yeah, it'd be no problem.
Are we able to close the park on Friday if we can?
We can close the park on Friday.
'Cause I was thinking also, right? I'm going during the day to put the
Yeah,
like the markings for the vendors and stuff. So
yeah, let's just shut the park down on
if
Friday
we
to get
can,
prepared.
Yeah, and it gives you the
Okay.
day.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving into the other portion of this estimate is the outdoor theater and whatnot. And so Veronica had reached out to me as she was leaving, and she noticed the big tree that we have here on the side, and thought, with weather or whatever, it might be better served to actually have the Friday night event here light up City Hall. And you think about that, nobody's going to see lights in the park anyway because it's closed at dusk. So it would be actually better served to actually light up City Hall and that tree, and have that Friday event here. We could have the food vendors out in the parking lot for that first night, and they could move it over to the park for Saturday. Or we'd even scale back the Friday night vendors just to the popcorn vendor or something, and not do much. Again, all for discussion. But I think that's a really great idea. And again, it's going to save some money. We can show it on the big screen TV here. It's comfortable. That way, if it is a little chilly, it would be a little bit better venue. We do still have, which we found out, that Newport Richey's actually having their light up thing on Friday night. So we're going to be competing with that anyway. So it might be a smaller crowd of just kind of locals with children. I think we really need to push the fact that we're going to be showing the movie. I don't know if they're doing anything like that in Newport Richey.
I didn't see that. Just a train ride.
But any thoughts on moving Friday here? What do you guys think?
I was just wondering, are we able to do the tree lighting on Saturday instead, so we don't compete with Newport Richey?
Well, there's a boat parade's on Saturday night, so that's why we're shutting that event down at 5. So really, Friday night's the night to do it. But again, once it's lit up, it's going to be lit up the rest of the season. So that's another advantage of actually doing it here. It actually light up the city hall for the rest of the season.
I think it's a great idea. I also think that foot traffic, everybody passing through Rich Road, if we keep the vendors, our limited vendors, people will stop to eat and stuff, and they'll look and they'll see inside.
Right.
And I think it's something different. It's something nice. Different location here. You could also kids.
Well, we do decorate inside too.
here.
You guys have a big Santa, I think, that goes out in the lobby, and
Yeah, they usually do a tree out in the lobby. They'll, that tree will go either stay there or that'll get done for Christmas, and then they'll do another tree out in the lobby. Sometimes the church does another tree. We have
they'll be bringing that one over on the Saturday.
a large Santa that goes out in the lobby, and then a few wreaths for the council chambers. We have them.
Do we do anything with the clock tower out there? Do we put a bow or something? I can't remember if there's anything decorated on that or not. No.
No, which brings to the next discussion.
Right.
We can talk about the decorating for City Hall.
Yeah, and I'd heard through the grapevine that was a $7,000 estimate.
Pass those around.
The only issue I have is food and drink in this room.
Yeah.
Especially because the carpets were just cleaned and the chairs are brand new. So
Yeah.
I don't know how we would.
Well,
stop
popcorn
that.
obviously not a huge concern. Drinks obviously are.
What's the capacity that we have here?
The actual one. What's the capacity in here? How many chairs we
I
got?
can share with Kim.
68. Or so what's the number of chairs we bought?
68,
68.
65.
So what's next? Is there a fire department rating for the inside here? 109.
Maximum capacity
99.
is 99.
There you go.
So if we have, let's say, 120, that means 20 people won't be able to be here.
21 actually. Yeah.
sorry, what was the question?
99 that's in this room here, right?
Yes.
So if we did have a few, we could open the doors and they could sit outside the doorway, I guess.
Yeah. The total capacity for this room is 99.
I don't know. Do you think we do?
Well, I was just wondering because I think I feel like in the park we might get more people, but again, we want to save money too. So
Well, I know. Are we going to get that many people? That's the thing. And I'd hate to spend all this and then we only have a handful of people.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So
I do agree with Kim on that, on the carpets, and then you can limit people wandering around. I mean, they can't really go anywhere here, but I am looking at the pricing, $3,000, $10 for the tree, just a tree.
well, so the lighting would be outside.
Right,
So we would just come in here for the movie.
for the
Right.
movie, yeah.
So everything would be outside.
Yeah, and then if
Until
they
the
wanna
movie, they
run
would
or
come in to watch the
something,
movie.
yeah.
And then that would be it. And so I think if we limit it to the popcorn's not going to hurt anything.
No.
If
But they're going to
sweep it
drink
up.
something
You can just say no drinks in here, or water would be the only thing.
because they're going to choke on the popcorn. I mean, I'm not just
Water.
Water. Yeah.
No,
just
no soft drinks or juice boxes or
I mean,
anything.
watermarks too. Yeah, I mean,
We could always buy the carpet, clear
The
carpet runners. I mean, it's relatively expensive, but it's not horrible. We could coat the floor with that to help.
there's pros and cons in both because I do like the idea of having it here and having foot traffic like Ridge Road, and then you can start telling them like, hey, we're going to have events on the weekend over here. But this is a
And we
lot.
could always have the movie out in the parking lot too. We can still do the screen and then out in the
Oh
parking lot.
yeah, that's true.
Bring your own chairs. I mean, they were gonna have to bring their own chairs basically to the park. So
That's not a bad idea either. But the screen that we have in here, we can't take outside. Where's the screen? Oh, that's the screen.
Yeah, that's a portable screen.
You could actually roll that
Oh,
out there underneath the pavilion, so you can
Yeah.
actually roll it there and not even have this outdoor screen. Again,
that's not bad. The pavilion. And put that in, people bring their own chairs and stuff. I mean, you could even set up chairs if you want to.
I mean, honestly, if there's a lot of people that would get. I mean, I think in here we could have it on all three screens, right?
Yeah. I think we should play it by ear. I mean, obviously we could set up outside or in here. I think attendance is going to be a factor. I think weather is going to be a factor.
Yes.
So I think that just if we decide to have the event Friday here, we could just have that redundancy in place, as we're setting up, and then see how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Yeah.
we plan on doing it out in the parking lot and that way the vendors are there and
Yes.
the lights, and it would be more. There'd be more ambience than here. And then if
You'll get better sound with the film in here as you would outside.
Yeah.
plus they're gonna have generators and stuff, right?
Yeah, you're gonna
Oh,
have
yeah, and
generators
people
and
talking
vendors
and-
and people talking and hanging around outside. So in here is optimal. Is going to be the optimal because people are sitting in here watching while everything else is going on out there. So I mean,
I mean, what about like a roll of this queen that we could put down or something on the floor?
yeah, so the plastic
it's
stick
a little
stuff is what it is. I mean, it's
There's something we can do, like make it look like snow. Like just, like the snow thing. No, I'm just saying, go with the theme. No. I don't think,
we
are they
you could
really going to be that messy?
you could buy a roll of fake grass and roll it out in here.
That too.
That you
That's
could,
fake grass.
although I don't know if that's probably pervious, so it would leak down through anyway. So yeah, but we could. I mean, there's things you can do. So, although I kind of like doing it outside, to be honest. I mean, we'd have that same noise anyway.
That's
So
okay.
if we had the vendors kind of off to the corner, there's only be a few, right?
Right.
Like I said,
Five.
we could scale it back from. How many do you have for Extra Friday?
5. We
Awesome.
have right now. We have lemonade, so it's like a drink. We have kettle corn, popcorn, pork rinds. We have Kona ice with the hot chocolate. We have the desserts, which is the rice pudding,
Mhm.
different flavors, and then we have wings, fries, smoked sausage, and cheeseburgers. So that's like the food. So what I tried to do is just get a mixture. So we
Yeah.
have the food.
And I think that'd be fine if they had all that
desserts.
kind of in the corner,
Yeah,
or even maybe along the side over here or something, so it's accessible, but it's not right on top. And we focus, have everybody kind of in front of City Hall and have the screen there, kind of underneath the awning or something. We can get sound. I mean,
the speakers.
we've got speakers, don't we? Those big. I thought.
We have a speaker.
I mean, one speaker is gonna be probably loud enough.
I have to see how if that speaker would work with however we play this film. Yeah, I'd have to get into it. The stuff from the rental place was turnkey. If we're doing it on our own, like I said, we got to get into it. Get staff involved. I got to figure out, run tests, wire it, make sure that it'll play. If it's a DVD or if it's going to be streamed. Making sure
Right.
instead of the audio sound from the TV, I have to see if I can, get something. Maybe instead of renting all this, I can rent a few speakers or rent a sound bar or something.
Don't we got that projector screen? How big's that? It's bigger than that TV. Isn't it?
Well,
I almost wonder we shouldn't use the projector equipment if we're going to do it out there.
you could do that too. It's not going to be as bright. That's going to be brighter.
Okay.
You're going to see that much better than you were going to see
Okay.
it. A screen. Plus, you got to remember, there's going to be lights under the pavilion, underneath
Yeah.
the hall here. There's going to be the lights in the parking
Yeah.
lot.
So the projector probably isn't very bright.
No.
Right.
We don't really.
It would have to be,
Ideally, it should be in here.
if the projector was in here, it'd have to be pitch black so you can see the
Yeah.
picture. It's not bright at all.
Okay.
We can really control the lights in here. You don't want the lights off out there.
No.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's going to probably be hard to see with all the lights on in the parking lot.
That's good.
So, just so we don't move off topic, so the coastal rental agreement. So we're not going to go forward with that at all. What about the porta potties for
We have to have those. Right?
Those we do.
those? We do. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so on the porta, yeah. So I say we kill the coastal rental stuff. I don't think we need that at this point. Any objections to that? Okay. Now the porta potties for the park. We had 3 and 1 handicap, and then we had those, I guess, sinks. Those are portable hand wash things, or whatever.
We need those. Mhm.
Do you think we need 4? Because we still have the pavilion bathrooms.
I scaled this down. I took one away from when we had the Centennial. We had four porta potties and 1 handicap, so I scaled it down to 3 and 1.
So
have those-
they're unisex, right? So it's not like it's
Right.
so. I would think you could probably scale it down to. I mean, I don't know if there's what code is, but 2 or 3. I don't know if you need 4. I mean, you can have a line.
So, are we going to leave the other ones in the pavilion opened?
I don't think it should be open.
Yeah.
Depends
That's
on
just
what.
my personal
I don't think so
opinion.
either.
It's
How about
going to be
if they-
behind the stage. So probably, I mean, it's probably open for the performers and stuff like that who's working
Oh,
back
for
there.
them
Any
too.
sound, people,
But we won't
the
open it
public.
to
You
the
probably
public.
just use the porta
Yeah.
potties, and that way you don't have anybody throwing stuff.
Yeah,
in, so it's messing up.
exactly. Normally you see 3 and a handicap.
Yeah, I think this is sufficient.
Yeah. We
So I think-
start cutting down. You never know.
It depends on how many people we're going to have. That's the only thing. If you don't have
Mhm.
I mean, during the market and stuff, not a big deal. People are coming and going. really when we're going to need these is for the 3-hour concert.
Right, the concert.
So we're okay with the three and one.
I think so.
I mean, I think if you're going to cut it, you cut it down to 2 and 1. But if you think 3 and 1 better,
3 and 1 is.
portable toilets are expensive. Well, what about the sinks? Could we cut it down there? Because that's not much. To 2 sinks. Do we even need sinks?
Yes.
No, yeah. How do you not need sinks for a porta potty?
Look, the porta potties have hand sanitizer in them. I've never. Sinks are rare, to be honest with you. Normally, it's just porta potty with hand sanitizer. I mean, if one time I've even seen these sinks is if you go like the fair or something, they have them.
We've always had wash stations. We've never done without them.
Okay.
I've seen people use them. Yeah, at Centennial and Boom at the Bayou and any other event that we've had.
I mean, they even gave discounts on this, so it should have been more.
So how about, okay, because when I went to St. George's, the carnival here, they had 3 and they had 1. So 3 regular porta potties and then the handicap. They did have one sink that was like 1 for here and 1 for like, I don't know if that's 2 sinks, but it's 1 on one side, 1 on the other side. So maybe we could have like 2. When they say Bravo sink unit, what does that mean? You know, it's like
It's a double, right?
I believe it's a double. I don't know the terminology. I'd have to find out for sure.
I think it means it's a double
Because then we
sink.
can. I mean, you only have
Because
to
then if you
have
had 2,
one.
you'd have actually 4 sinks.
Right, and then here we're having.
So
I mean,
do only one.
I think you need 1 sink because you're going to have hand sanitizer. Because most
Yeah.
people are not going to use them, but if we had 1,
Or
we have
2. I mean, this says 3, so maybe 2 sinks.
Bravo sink.
Again, how many sinks do you need? You only have 4 people coming out of toilets on time, and
So it brings.
they're 100,
It looks like it's
130 a piece, basically. So you can save a couple $100. Takes down about 800.
like 1 double duty 2-sided. Okay, so they're 2-sided.
2.
So 2 or 1?
So one Bravo unit gives you 2 sinks,
Yeah,
and I think that's plenty for 4 toilets.
that's pretty
Because,
good.
like I said, most people are not going to use them anyway. They're going to use hand sanitizer in the.
Yeah. Because 2 is fine, I think.
So cut it down to 1 Bravo.
I would say yes. How much are we saving, Bravo? Ooh, 175. Yeah.
So let's say $300, $250, something like that. Or discount's 45, so they're basically 130 a piece, so 260.
But were they giving the discount because it was for 3?
Probably. But if we're only getting 1, it's just 175, right?
Mm-hmm. So if you paid full price, it would be 230. I mean, sorry. It'd be, right, you'd be saving 260 if they left the discount. It'd be 230 if they didn't give you a discount.
The handicap have a what doesn't matter is we still need it. I don't know if handicaps come with, some of them do with the hand cleaner.
This isn't that tough a decision.
No, I'm
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because like we're wrestling here over porta potties, guys. Come on,
we're gonna have
please.
a
Yeah,
double
1.
sink.
Yeah.
1 with it's
Double
2 sinks.
sink,
So
yeah.
cut 2 of the sinks out, and we're good.
So 2 sinks out, and then we're down to 2 and 1 handicap.
Well,
No, leave it.
it said 3 and 1 handicap.
All right, so 3 and 1 handicap, and take out 2 sinks.
Take out 2 sinks.
All right.
So it'll drop it down to about $800, $750, $800, something like that. And that's just for see that. So this is for the 5th through the 8th. So since we're moving it here, we don't even need it on the 5th. So now
Oh, yeah. So now change
So
it.
it might be change the price a little bit too.
So we're definitely having the 5th here. I said for sure we're having
Yes.
the 5th here. Okay.
So we just need the porta potties for the Saturday, Sunday.
I mean, the price might change, but I think it's just covering the weekend regardless. But I'll find out for sure.
But if it's same, it's same, but
And
potentially could be less.
was there a problem? I think there was that we were talking about that they shouldn't have dropped them off where they did for the Centennial. They should have been placed somewhere else, the porta potties.
They were fine. We always put them there. We can
Yeah,
move them.
Is that where we were? Because I thought Veronica had said something.
We can
that
put
they
them in
were-
another location if you like, but that's where we normally leave
Oh no,
them.
I don't. I just remembered that
it-
someone said it was. I think it was Veronica that it wasn't supposed to be there. They were supposed to be somewhere else.
It's always where they've gone.
Is that where it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I'm just.
But
bringing it
because
up.
this might be a different event, we can move them. You know that they were on top of the hill. It all depends where you're going to have the vendors lined up. But that's the spot we've always put them.
Yeah, to
That
the
makes the
left.
most sense. It's kind of centrally located around here.
Yeah,
You
that
can
looks
see
fine.
them.
Yeah. No, and you can go leaving and or coming or running or whatever. Okay.
Okay.
So just for clarification on the porta potties, we're going to do the 3 units in a handicap and just one sink.
That's correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, one double sink.
Right, one sink.
Let's clarify it's a double.
A
One
double.
Bravo sink.
Make sure it's double side.
And then we're not needing them on Friday, Saturday, Sunday only.
They'll probably deliver it on Friday though. Because when are they going to deliver it? Saturday, when in the morning?
Well, it's Saturday morning. We had to have with their time schedule. Okay. So that solves that. So now let's move on to the lighting aspect of this. And so obviously this quote you have in front of you is for a company to come out, provide the lights, put them up, and take them all down at the end. I guess this has it out until when they take them back.
Oh,
But
that's cute.
however long they be at, I mean, to me, that's non-starter, $7,000. I mean, I was looking out here before the meeting. We have a lift, right? A boom lift.
The answer is no.
We don't have a boom lift.
Oh no, we have a lift, but the other part of your answer is
Okay, well, I haven't asked anything. Yeah, I just asked if we had a lift.
yes, we do have a lift.
Right. Look, is it one of the, like what they use to cut the palm trees?
Yes,
It's one of those scissor ones that they drive around, right? It's a park it and
you have to. It's a tow behind.
right the four arms go out,
Yes.
stabilize it. Okay, that's what you're talking about. Okay, so as I looked out there, and I don't know what was in this first time I see this program, so I'm not sure what all lights we're thinking here, but there's gutter that goes all the way around the building and kind of stops 3/4 of the way back. I put my lights up every year. I do a very simple icicle lighting, and it lights it up. They clip on the gutters. It's really
You saw
pretty
the
easy to do.
photos?
Oh, there's a picture.
Yes.
So they were going to do the those simple white lights around there. So
I like that.
I would say we would
Affects the
be
sound.
better served. And again, are you wanting no staff work at all on this?
I don't want any staff working. We're talking overtime. We're talking. This is going to take several hours of preparation to do, and it's
And lights.
just this was not supposed to be a staff project. This was not and plus this is why when we want to put on events, if we want to get more quotes for someone to do it, that's fine. There's liability, there's electrical issues, there's everything that I can
We
go
have a staff
on
member fall
about
off.
why it should not be done in-house. And I wouldn't want volunteers to do it. I wouldn't want anything like that because of just liability and risk. And I personally feel if Mr. Butterfield comes back and says something different, that's his prerogative, but I stand that I don't want to incur the risk if I don't have to, or put it on staff to do that. Plus, I have no one who's ever done this before as far as decorating
And there's no
a
lights.
25 foot tree or done
Well, we buy lights.
done lights, like that. We've wrapped the columns a couple of times out front, a few times in the time that I've been here. It was done a handful of times, but that's as far as the decorating capabilities the staff has gone. They've never done the building, they've never done a tree or anything like that, and they don't. Personally, I don't believe that they have the capabilities to do that.
I don't think so either. If you ever saw how they did the front of the building with the lights wrapped around the columns.
I agree too.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. To hang icicle lights along gutter I'd come up here and do it in probably 2 hours. But it's not. I mean, they clip on, and the lights just feed through there. Nothing difficult. They string together. Now the tree is a little different story because obviously that's up there.
I mean, and I agree with Sal on that, like with the liability and everything, especially a city employee going and put lights. How about if something happens?
Anybody for that
And,
matter. That's
yeah,
not a
anyone.
company.
Yeah. But there's things we can do that we don't, my personal opinion, this looks nice, but I don't know if we need to have these lights on City Hall because they're plain. I mean, they're not really Christmas lights in that sense.
They're
In
just
my
white
opinion, just
lights.
white lights. So I would think maybe if we can, you know how they have those, like a spotlight or something, maybe of different colors, if that's something we can get.
Well, those trees were only $189 on Amazon.
What trees? Like to
Those
put them.
ones- those
But I was saying to give it light.
Hold on a second. Did you
They
have
also sell the ones that go on the bottom, and then it's like different lights. You can see on the actual wall, and all you have to put is just set them on the bottom.
Yeah, like those
Yeah,
lights.
it's
the
entire building.
projector thing that projects up there?
Yeah, which I think that's very nice. That's more seasonal like for us because these are just plain. You could have these all the time.
Yeah.
You know, my opinion. Now the Christmas tree, we call it like that. That's pretty. That light to light it up. That's pretty. Yeah,
they're like $189.
those two. But like this tree, I think this is where we should focus on. This because if these are the only lights, I don't think they're. It's
Did
just
they break
plain
this out
lights.
just to decorate the tree? I think they did.
Yeah, it said 3,000.
So
Yeah, $3,010.
for that tree, here's my thought. And going back to the bucket lift, and you can say no, but I don't know how tall that tree is.
Did they say it?
But you could literally buy because you don't have to wrap either. A tree like that's very kind of narrow and straight up is really nothing more as you tie a light to the top, you bring the string down to the bottom, and you go over a little bit, and you just basically come straight down. You don't do any wrapping around.
Oh yeah.
Fairly
Is there
simple.
even power out there?
Honestly, I don't know.
Your extension cord. There's power on the outside of the building, for sure.
An outside outlet on
Yeah.
that side, I don't. I'd have to see. I know we have very few outside outlets. I know there's one out front near the clock. There might be one or two near PD. I have to check. I don't know off the top of my head.
Nice bow.
I'd have to walk the building and take a look. But it's not like we have them every 8 feet or anything like that. There's not an abundance of them. They're few and far between.
You know what I'm saying? If you have the bucket lift to get you at the top, you start there, you drop it straight down, and then you go around the tree and just drop them straight down. If it's 100-foot tall, 100-foot string of lights, you buy 25 of them, call it a day. I mean, really, the trees that they have now is just really they all collect at the top, and they come down and stop, and it makes a tree.
And you gather it on the bottom, like the lights, or you just let it just drops.
Let it just hang
Oh, it just
down through
hangs.
there. Yeah, and you.
Yeah, because it's $3,000.
I mean, you could do a lot for $7,000, and I can't even believe that's what they were charging for this. If we could even, if you guys weren't opposed to just hanging icicle lights along the gutter with the clips, we wouldn't need to have a tree. you can just light up City Hall for the first year, and we can think about options later. We could buy one of those LED trees that what was it? How tall
I
was that
just
one?
sent it. I sent you the one that was like 7.5 feet, but they have bigger ones.
I mean, you could probably get a 12-footer that would be a decent size. You could put right underneath the.
Sam's Club, I think, had a 20-foot one for $3.99.
Yeah, something like that. And these few stakes in the ground, and it,
Are we getting any more quotes? Do you know? Or this was
She reached out to this particular person, but no, I don't know if she's talked to anyone else. But
and we still have that.
I definitely would consider it.
If somebody could
yeah.
find out those, I mean, along the river, they have those. The company comes out and sets that tree. It's just a lights in the shape of a tree. It's large. They set those up, and I don't know what they cost. Steve was supposed to find that out. He never responded back when I asked him if he found that out. But I can't imagine that being anywhere close to $7,000 to rent that tree for the month. So if you think if we hung the icicle lights on the gutter, and we even have to do the top, just do the ones that don't get on the roof, just go around the perimeter there, and if you wrap and put some greenery on the clock tower. I mean, I think we should do that every year anyway, to be honest with you. Just have some basic lighting on City Hall.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like these lights, though, to me, it reminds me like of catches or something. It's not a holiday.
Yeah, this is.
It's different.
I wouldn't pay $1,000 for that lighting job.
No.
I think for $7,000, you could probably buy those lights and have them permanently installed.
And then we can buy a tree. It's like $2,000 or something dollars or something that we were saying.
Yeah, Sam's Club has the one. It's 12 feet. It's a multicolor.
It's just an A-frame with the streams coming down.
Yeah.
Is that the biggest they have, the 12-foot?
I think to avoid any of that, you just get yourself several of the ones that we were talking about a few minutes ago that we can just put out in the yard and project onto the City Hall building.
Yeah, we could.
And just light it up
Maybe
like that.
get this one. It's only $229, and a couple of the other ones, the smaller ones. I mean, for $1,000, we can
You can
really
light it up
out.
nice, yeah.
The tree, we can't light it up also with projectors? Like the spotlights and stuff?
Probably.
The tree?
I don't,
Like if it's snowing or something. I mean, we have a lot of things that like you can do something like that. Like light up City Hall, like you said. Make it look like it's snowing with those projectors. Right? You never
I mean,
know.
it depends. I mean, they may have some better ones, but they're kind of cheesy.
But they're not cheesy. I have one in my house that goes like this.
Oh, so it's your house. I drive by. It's cheesy all the time. No.
I already
So,
have Christmas lights on.
That would be my suggestion. We actually just try to buy
Yeah, I think
some
this
stuff.
is too much.
That way we have it every year. We can set it up every year.
Yeah.
And
It's
who's doing the
outrageous.
work to do this?
You're not volunteering, is that?
No, I'm not volunteering. Who's doing the work to put these lights up?
I mean, I'd be happy to help. I don't know. I guess,
Are we putting a light? I thought. Well,
I'll give you an example. I was over here today, and obviously staff inside decorated, hung stuff for the city and stuff like that. So I don't know why one day the utilities couldn't put some lights
Hanging
around
up what staff did inside an office is much different than what you're asking for. Don't compare one to the other.
But setting up the tree, the stand. I mean, it's
that's
just
much different. That takes that's
Huh?
that's oranges
You did
and
that?
apples.
Yeah.
I mean, I would think the committee could come over here for one night and do some stuff.
I do so.
And we've got a meeting schedule anyway. We're gonna hang lights. So it's always nice to just spend some money and hire stuff done. But when it's cost. I would love to have somebody after the flood do my floors, but I wasn't paying somebody to do that, so I did it myself. I mean, could I get hurt when I was taking up wood from the floor? Yeah, I didn't. We've got people that are out there doing a lot more risky work than hanging Christmas lights.
Yeah.
So I don't, and obviously if we have some availability from staff during the day to do that, again, I don't know how busy staff is. I mean, I know they're busy, but it's not a real monumental effort to string some lights outside City Hall. And heck, we could pay people overtime to do it one night. It'd still be a lot cheaper than $7,000.
I think we should get more quotes before we make any type of decision.
I mean, I don't mind getting more quotes, but being this first one, I'd be surprised to see it be too much lower, unless this individual company was just trying to really rape us.
They didn't really give us a discount when we were looking at everything.
No, there's
They
no
gave nothing.
discount
Right?
at all. No.
Well, they said if the board would like to take advantage of a 3-year or 5-year contract discount, they could reduce it 5% for 3 years,
That's so
7.5% for 5 years. Bet they would. So
Do we try to see to get more quotes for next week? And then if not, we
in
just
the
do
worst
it
case, we can
ourselves?
buy 8 lit trees and just put 4 on each side of the entrance.
And the little thing to make it snow.
I think anything we do on the ground is fine. I don't want to have anyone either on the committee or staff setting anything up on City Hall or that tree. If we get someone to do the tree in City Hall, that's fine. But if we want to get stuff for the grounds and set up trees on the grounds or some inflatables for the thing that we can all do on the ground, that's fine. That's not a problem. Staff can help set all those things up. But I don't want to put anyone up in a bucket, and to incur any risk for an event where they shouldn't have to.
We could scratch a tree if we just did like I said, if we just lit up City Hall with, you don't want somebody putting hanging stuff on the gutters. I mean, it's only, was it 10 foot right out there? 12?
I think there's too much risk there.
I'd have to have a conversation with the director about that. I can't make a call for that without talking to him about it and see if we have the time to do it. Right now we're working on multiple projects right now, so I'd have to see if he's going to have the time. We're trying to get the park. Now we're trying to get the park ready for this event. So I mean, there's a lot of things that they're trying to do right now. So I'd have to talk to him to see if he's available. And then we need to design a plan. That's why it's like when you call someone to come do this, they have that floor plan. They know how many lights exactly they need. They know how many extension cords, where it's all going to be plugged in. They have a floor plan, a site plan, and they put it up. If a bulb comes out, they come out, they repair it, they take care of it. It's a turnkey situation.
Let's see for more quotes for next week, right?
Yeah, we
And
get
then
some
we
more
can
quotes.
figure it out. But there is a lot of companies I saw. So this is the first one, and
I think we could do a lot of decorating on the ground if it comes out to. I think that's
I think
that's
that
the
might
best.
be
That's the
nicer,
best way
though.
to keep. Best way to do it.
Keep it on the ground.
I don't. Like I said, I just.
Yes, I mean, if you do all ground stuff and trees or whatever, they blow over, and so that's the only bad thing about stuff on the ground. If you got blow up stuff or whatever,
You can stay.
but even that's kind of cheesy. I mean, really, it would just be nice to have some basic lighting around the building.
we'll figure it out. We'll see what we can come up with quotes.
I didn't see how tall it is out there, but like I said, it's a line of gutter that goes side. I mean, it's all one piece. It would
Like a
easy
house.
install, realistically easy. It's just if a ladder would,
But we have this top piece too.
I wouldn't do that. I would just do
The bottom.
yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna go for more quotes, and then if not, we'll figure out next week what we're buying. Right? Or
That sounds like a plan.
okay.
Let's see. Next week is the 18th, right?
And we wanted to discuss that too.
And that would give us another 2 weeks before the event.
And Thanksgiving is in the 2 days. Matter.
Like I said, I personally don't have a problem trying to get up here and help hang some
I'll
lights.
too. I mean, I like doing lights. Don't have me on a ladder.
Yeah, I don't have a problem getting on the ladder.
Please. I think the clock tower does need like a nice bow.
Yeah, if we get a wreath and a bow or something hang on the
Oh
clock
yeah,
tower.
that too. Yeah. And the Port Richey City Hall, like a nice garland with the red ribbons on the side,
Could do that. Yeah.
because that looks pretty. That's something we can do.
I mean, you don't need a whole lot,
No,
really.
no.
And anything you put out there is more than we've ever had. So, okay. Anything else we need to talk about?
Yes, I did want to bring up some other stuff. Well, we don't have any more quotes, right? We did the porta potties and everything. Okay.
Yeah, everything's set. Oh, I do have something. Let me jump in here. The music. Lisa talked to the one guy I mentioned last meeting that he could do country, a little bit of bluegrass, Christmas, and kind of. He do a 3-hour set from 4 to 7, $700, 5-piece band.
Wow. Yeah.
So,
Oh, that's not bad.
3 hours.
so he's
4 to 7.
and he's available. He's got it marked down. He's ready to go. If you guys are good with that, I'll just tell him he's on.
Yeah.
Any objections for the music? And he sets up whatever he needs to do. And like I said, $700. Done.
That's
How
great.
much was foreigners?
Did you reach out to?
Yeah, so they're only available on the 7th, and it was the same price. It was $600 for the same. Was it 3 hours that he did?
4 to 7. This is Johnny Cash guy you reached out to. He was available. Johnny Cash guy.
Yes,
He's available on Sunday.
the 7th.
The
Yes.
7th, yeah.
I mean, I'm going to say for the variety, because obviously he just does
Piece
Johnny Cash stuff,
Yeah.
Right.
right? So
That's fine. It's
I
700.
think that's what. Yeah, I think that's what he caters to. I mean, I don't know.
yeah.
Something.
I definitely want to use it again in the future, but I think for this, a little variety on that.
Sure.
I think it's a 5-piece band.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
5-piece band. They can do all kind of stuff. Let's just go with that.
Yeah.
So that's 700. We're at around 800 for the porta potties. So 1,500. Well within our 7,000. So, and then whatever Christmas lights stuff come out. So I think and again, the goal is not spending all $7,000 on this event.
Correct.
No.
So
And then what we're earning from the or making from the vendors and stuff, those fees, that's going into our funding,
Right.
right?
That's going back into
Yes.
our account,
Goes
That's
right?
going into ours.
Okay.
everything feeds into the event.
I just wanted to make sure about that.
Did you have an update on market vendors for the
Yes.
weekend?
So I did want to discuss some of that. So I'm coming up with a little issue with the vendors, and it's just because I mean it's protocol, but mom and pops like little crafts ones and stuff, some of them are saying no because they don't have insurance, and the insurance is for them, they're saying it's a little too much. I did look online and I saw it was like $24 a month or something like that. I don't know if they need a contract for it. However, we do need to
We were requiring them to have insurance.
yes, certified certificate of insurance if it's in a city, park, and or property. Last time for the Centennial, since it was quick, we didn't need that. But for this one, we're requiring the COI. So I have many that have inquired, and then they're backing out and saying I can't, which is mostly the craftspeople. Right now, I mean, I have people that I've been sending things to, but as of right now, we have actual applications that we have.
So these vendors just go around and have no insurance?
Well, normally the places is just you go, they're having a vendor market. You don't have to have proof of insurance.
What
Usually
I'm saying
it's
is
insurance if it's like a food truck.
Yeah. selling some type of food or
Food
something, but
related.
like Florida cottage law or like crafters, they normally don't have insurance.
Well, let me use, I'll just use my wife as an example. So she was going to put her booth in there for this our flowers. So
She would
she would
need
have to have
insurance.
insurance to do that.
Yep. Right.
Do we have to require that? Because what I mean, what
It-
that don't even make any
according-
sense why you'd have to
Is
have.
that what Veronica told you?
Yes. And according to our park vendor sheet, we have insurance. Each individual vendor setting up on city property is required to maintain a comprehensive public liability insurance policy for personal injury or death and for property damage during their time at the specific event. Insurance is required with minimum policy limits of $1 million for bodily injury or death to one or more persons in any one accident or event, and $50,000 for damage to property results from any one accident or event. This policy must include naming the city of Port Richey, its employees, agents, volunteers, and officers additional insured as pertains to the insured's participation in event name. And the way Veronica explained to me, let's say for example, we have an artist that's painting, right? They're doing the painting right then and there. The paint falls, the ground absorbs it, then it's like an EPA issue. So that's why we're asking for that. But we're actually cutting ourselves because then a lot of people are not going to do it. Right now, I have.
Okay, I mean, what about people tripping over the tent stake? Is that what? Is it,
Right, that would be our city liability for that. I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't know, but we only have one.
I mean, we can not
Two,
we can limit vendors to not do their
There are
painting there.
they won't. Mostly they don't.
Right,
They
it's
just
all
bring their stuff to sell.
pre-done.
And I'm having people that yes, 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 and then all of a sudden when they say that, I have many. I even had she's a licensed social worker, like a counseling service. She wanted to bring her business, and she doesn't have the insurance, so she can't market there.
Can that be passed to council to waive that, or? I mean, trust me, you know I'm all about like following the rules
Yeah.
when it comes to that stuff, but I mean, what did we do before?
I mean, we had it for Centennial. It's just if it's city property or city park, we can't.
So, what's your
COI?
experience with this? Or is that a council decision? We can waive that, or for the city event? We have
The insurance, for the proof of
individual
insurance.
booth insurance. I mean, obviously, if you're a food truck and you got stuff like that, yes, you have to have it, and they would have it anyway. But these individual mom and pop people making flowers and wood items and crafts.
Let me check with Veronica about the parameters of proof insurance. See where she's getting that actual information from. If it's from the code, if it's from the state of Florida, from the building official. Let me find out for sure.
She told me from the from here, from the event
In the event packet.
insurance, the event package, the vendor agreement.
Yeah, but there has to be language where she pulled this from.
Okay.
I mean, I can't imagine we would. That's a little
It's a lot,
crazy. I mean, it's our event,
and it's not letting
so
it's not letting us have vendors. I mean, I'm telling you, I have tons. Yeah.
well,
See, this is why, like, once again, I've explained before, I don't want to go on a tirade, but this is why you have a centralized vendor
event promoter.
handle that, because
Right.
they carry that blanket of insurance.
Mhm.
Even our former Centennial member.
Well, we have insurance. Let me ask you this: so if we have vendors set up for an event that we're putting on, I can't imagine our insurance doesn't cover that because we're putting on an event. I mean, that's what we have insurance for. It's our park.
That's true.
Our part, no.
What we're wanting is to shed that liability from us
Our
to them.
insurance covers if someone is at our park and has an accident, but we're not supposed to, like.
But it's our event, though.
That's what I'm asking. So it
does make
sometimes
sense.
insurance will be specific, say we'll cover this, but if you're putting tents up, then we don't cover.
Yeah.
It might be a
Because God forbid
exception.
something will happen there, they're gonna sue the city because we're there already. That does make sense. I didn't think about that.
We have insurance. to cover somebody trips over a stake or something like that we've got to take.
I'd have to look into the parameters of our insurance about that. I wouldn't, yes, we have insurance, but I don't know if it covers events.
Right.
I don't know if it covers extracurricular
We
activities
need to
as
find that
opposed to
out.
just liability issues. That's
Right.
that's something different. So it's like, I've never had an issue where the city's insurance was used to call for an event. That would be a first. That's something we'd have to definitely investigate and look into.
I mean,
Once again, this is why I don't
yeah.
I don't like to talk, and I know I'm speaking for anyone else who would try to be protecting the city,
Yeah.
and it's my job. Is just I wouldn't want to put the city in any liability. This is why a vendor would carry their own blanket of insurance when they're putting on an event. If something happens to his tent, that's on them, not on us. That's not the city's fault. If he's setting up an event and pulls a permit, that's under the blanket of their insurance, not ours.
Mhm.
It would be for anyone else. You don't want the city to start. That's like
Well,
what I've always had a really strong issue with.
well, right. So keep in mind too that the city has ordained a committee to put on events, and so we are in the event business now, and so we need to have the ability to insure for those events.
Right.
So great, they're great
It's not gonna
points.
happen in 3 weeks. I gotta, it's
Well, no,
gonna
I
be a
get
couple weeks. I
that.
mean,
We may already have the ability. That's all. It's just have Nancy check the insurance policy, and then if again we're only talking about such minimal risk anyway. I mean, again, I use my
until something happens. Everyone always says that.
right.
Until something happens. It's like, and everyone wants to look at me like like I said, I'm the one who's being the pessimist. But the thing is that when that issue does happen, then we have to worry about how we take care of
minimize
that.
risk.
And there's been several times that this city has been sued
Sure.
for multiple issues that continuously happen, and we have that insurance to cover it. What I don't, like I said, I have to look into that, but that would be a first that we are incurring special extracurricular activities and then covering for those vendors who are coming into that park. If a person has an accident at the park because they hurt themselves on the playground, that's the city's property and city's liability. But now you're asking me to cover someone else that's entering the park so they can sell and they can sell products. The city's not responsible for those people. So why would our insurance cover them? I'll ask, but that's
Well, I'm thinking more of if again somebody's walking through, they trip over one of their tent stakes, that. Now, if somebody eats a cottage food item and they get sick, well, then that should be on the individual making food, not the city. Again, but I think cottage vendors have to have some kind of insurance. Surely they would. I would not be, if I was selling food, I would not.
You have some type of.
I would have some type of insurance because they're going to come after me regardless. I mean, obviously, if it's on city property, they're going to come after everybody they can.
Yeah, they will.
But, I would think I'd be covering myself. Now, if I'm selling my wife's ribbon flowers, what risk is really there? I mean,
Yeah.
somebody comes home, their kid pops it off and chokes on it. They're going to try. They're going to do that, right? But there's a level of responsibility that you can't. Again,
Yeah,
the
we're
law
fighting
is
that.
a crazy thing, but somebody can sue us because they go running through the park and they just fall and break their leg. They were running, right? There's an inherent risk that you're going to, that the city's not responsible for, just because they ran in the park and fell. Now, if we had an exposed tree root or something that we like, then there's something to come after us for. But just general things, people could sue all the time for. They got a sunburn in our park. They can sue us because we have sunshades, right?
Yeah.
There's an inherent amount of risk you take when you go to an event. You're obviously going to take some risk. So I don't know all the ins and outs of that. I'm not a lawyer, but just I would think that our insurance policy would cover us for most things we would need, especially if we're putting on
cover
events.
those things. Yes, everything you're saying about if someone trips over a tree that is in the park, which is on city property, or they use our restroom and they hurt themselves on the sink, yes, those things are constantly covered. What I don't think is covered, and I will check, is if we're now covering outside people to set up and have an event at the park. That's a different scenario. That's a whole different thing.
Well,
You
so,
say you-
Our
well, so,
event.
so
Yeah.
I'm assuming that they have no problem signing a liability that, they come in, they set up their tent that's all on them. If they get hurt, to
Right.
operate at our event, we're not going to cover
No.
whatever you're doing there. You sign a liability waiver, right?
your wife's tent, for instance, you say is completely harmless, but let's say a 1-year-old walks up, which her back is turned, tips the table over, and hurts the child.
Well, let's just say the tent collapses.
Whatever. Table falls on the child, the tent collapses on the child. Who's liable?
That should be the person with the tent.
Exactly. That's why they're asking
Well,
for
the thing,
insurance.
but my thing is, because it is saying here, city not liable for loss or damage. The city shall not be liable for any loss or damage to machinery, equipment, merchandise, paraphernalia, costumes, clothing, booths, stands, exhibit materials, or any other property of the vendor or vendor's agents, employees, patrons, or guests caused by theft, riots, strikes, civil commotion, fire, acts of God, or any other cause of whatever kind of nature. The city shall not be responsible for charges or expenses on any materials, merchandise, properties, printed or advertising matter, or otherwise delivered for the vendor. The city will not receive materials on behalf of the vendor. Vendor's responsibilities for structures, damages, operations area. Vendor specifically agrees not to move onto or construct, raise, or otherwise erect on the premise any tents, booths, buildings, or structures of any kind without the prior consent to the city, and the vendor shall be responsible for any damage to the premise and to the city's property caused by such acts of the vendor or vendor's agents, employees, patrons, or guests, whether accidental or otherwise. Vendor further agrees that all properties and decorations brought onto premises will be removed immediately for the following activity. Let me see. So my thing is, if they're signing all that, that's saying honestly we don't care if they have insurance or not. That's on them.
It's on them.
The person will sue them, and
So we
good luck if
I
you don't
think,
have insurance.
again, we have to see.
I don't know if that'll hold up in court.
No, I know,
That
but that's
particular,
their
I don't know
signing
if
it,
that
yeah.
particular
You never
application
know.
will hold up in court. You could say, hey, well, I have this document that they signed, but once again, you don't know if it's not held up in court. So,
All right,
but
yeah,
that's for a lawyer to decide.
correct.
Yeah, so I think this question is a liability waiver to operate in the park, if that's good enough to absolve us for some. Obviously, we still want certificate of insurance for the food trucks
Right.
and stuff like that, but small tents with crafts and whatever, the liability waiver puts all the liability on them. If that's good enough, which I would
Right.
think it would be, if they say it's going to hold us harmless.
And I'm requiring everyone to have it. It's not. I'm not changing. I literally tell them, send me the application, and they may accept it. They may not. I said wait until November 10th that I have the meeting, and then I'll tell them they have to speak with legal. I mean, it is what it is. The other ones they do have it. They have been submitting. Some have them, some don't. The other issue that I came with the vendors is some of them can only do 2 days, and some of them they can only do or like 1 day. Oh, I can only do Saturday, or I can only do Sunday as a vendor. So I had thought, because we had said we only wanted them if they're committed to both days. But it is, the holiday season, things are happening. They may have other events going on or anything like that.
I mean,
I was thinking if they're not food, that they have to be inspected, or if they could just do Saturday and they don't have to do Sunday because inspection's on Saturday, Friday and Saturday, we can let them in. I mean, I was just thinking that if they say I can only do Sunday and they sell Christmas wreaths.
I mean,
Is that
I'm not
something that-
opposed if they can only do. I mean, Saturday would be the best. We want that because that's all we're doing is the market there.
Right,
And
exactly.
obviously, the church is
And
doing
we
everything
have-
from 11
yeah.
to 1. But, we're having a concert on Sunday from 4 to 7.
Right.
So you're only talking 12 to 4. If you get more vendors there on Saturday and they leave and don't come back Sunday, I think that's probably fine.
Are we having are the vendors going to be there from 12 to 7, or are they just 12 to 4? Because I thought we had them during the concert.
Well, they could stay there during the concert.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I thought. Okay,
Yeah, I don't think they want to.
I was saying, Kim, that some vendors are saying they can't do it. Like, let's say they can only do Sunday, they can't do Saturday. Obviously, food, since they have to get inspected, they can. It's only Friday or Saturday. But like a Christmas wreath selling, if they can just come on the 7th, that is should be okay for that.
I would pack as many on Saturday as we
Yeah.
get in there,
Yeah, no, I'm trying to pack everything.
and then hopefully they'll stay most of them for Friday.
Yeah.
I mean Sunday.
Sunday,
and
yeah.
if somebody can only do Sunday, let
Then
them come
they do
out
Sunday,
to replace
yeah.
somebody else.
Oh, I'm trying. I'm trying to get as much, and I have
The benefit
to
is they're only paying one fee,
correct,
and they get both days.
and a
so
lot of them are amazed on that. They're like, "Wait, what?" And I'm like, "Yes, it's $50 for 2 days or for 3 days, whatever it is."
because realistically, they're probably going to tear down and come back and set up anyway.
Mhm.
Even though the park's locked, nobody's going to. I mean,
Yeah,
we're going to tear ours down. I mean, they may leave the tent, but
Right.
we're going to take all our stuff, obviously.
right.
So
Those were the only 2 issues that I have seen that we're having. We're getting a lot of, like, I'm sending a lot of applications. I have to follow up on them to make sure. Right now, I think we have everyone for the Friday, for food wise. And then Saturday and Sunday, what I am telling them, there's one that she like backed out because it was sandwiches and I think it was hot coke or something. She goes, I don't think I'll be able to do it because there's like many food trucks, but we really only have 5.
Mhm.
And I'm really strict on that. I'm trying to be as strict as I can. Is they only sell one thing. That's what it is, and that's what they're selling. I'm trying not to mix,
Okay.
as much as we can, and even for the crafters, we have businesses are asking like business to market their business, and then I was thinking tomorrow after and everything, just go walk around and see if there's businesses that want to join and want to do things for marketing the events. Do we have the flyers already, or
I didn't.
we don't have? Okay, just to know because I want to put it just in the Bay News 9, or we don't need the flyers for that one. We'll have light up the city hall December 5th.
Mhm.
So that's what we're calling it, light up
And-
the city hall.
and
The movie.
kid
And Merry
watch the grand
Christmas.
and I think I'm going to do the night before Christmas.
Okay. But our theme is like the Grinchmas.
Well, it's such a Christmas movie.
It is Grinch.
Yeah, it's a theme. Grinchmas.
Is it a theme? It doesn't have to
Like
be.
it's the Grinch. Light up city hall and Merry. Well, we can do Merry Christmas or something like that. Then, and Holly. What is it? Holly Days on the Bayou Hometown Holiday Vendor Market, and Christmas in the Park. We had that as well.
And a concert.
And then the concert's a Jingle Jam. That's the next day. Okay.
And I'd put in there. I'd probably put the guys. Let me give you that.
And we are the NPR, the Newport Richey Boat Parade, like starting point, right? The
Yeah.
Bayou.
Start by you.
Okay.
The band name is Bad Habit.
Bad Habits.
Rocky Bovins. Rocky Bovin is the singer.
How do you spell the last name, Bowman?
Boven. And the band name is Bad Habit. Country, bluegrass, Christmas. Maybe some pop in there. He thinks he does. So, but I think it's mostly country.
Okay. I'll tell the vendors that for the December 5th that we have, it's going to be here, and then December 6th over there. That's how we have it. Okay. And that's it.
Anything else?
We're good.
Okay.
Do you know? I don't want to pressure you, but do you know when we're going to have the flyers? By when?
Soon.
Okay. That sounds good. I'll put them Bay Nice. News 9. I don't know if that works, but put it somewhere.
All right. So next meeting, there's people
Yes.
can't be here.
I can't be here on the 18th.
And I'm away. I can be here through phone.
we're 7 days to do it. So is there another day that week?
I'm out the entire week.
You got the entire
I'll
week?
be back to the 20th.
Well, so you join remotely,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And we potentially have Troy on committee.
Yeah.
And we'll also be down to a smaller quorum requirement. So are you able to join remotely, you think, next week?
No,
You're out
I'm out.
down altogether.
Will we be able to have it still?
Yeah, you're good
Yeah.
next week. So with anticipating Troy, that put us at 6 people. Right? Yep, 6 people. Quorum would be 4. We need 4 here, so it'd be you, me, Sal, and Troy. We'd have 4 here, or Andy or whoever, and then you could join remotely. So I think why don't we keep it on the 18th then?
Okay.
That's already announced, and then
That's perfect.
Troy, you're good on 18th?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Anything else?
I think we're
Motion
good.
to adjourn?
I second.
Motion second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
I
Adjourn.